Whoa. Let's see if this works. Jesus. Jesus. Are you there?
I'm here. Let's see if the
God.
video pops up. It should take a second.
I went to go answer your call and Super Spaz got on the line.
There we go.
It was weird. That was weird.
All
This
right.
other guy. This other guy
How's it?
called. God, they're on it. Jesus, washed my hair and I can't do a thing with it. Why are you laughing? You ain't got no hair. You got a hat on. I'm an old man though.
I ain't got no fucking hair. That's why I'm laughing.
That's okay. I'm just laughing because I took my hat off and it's sticking. It's all static because I just washed it this morning.
I wish I could get hat hair, bro.
Ha, that's all right. It's no big thing. Who cares, right? I don't care.
Exactly. I'm digging the furnace hat though.
So what's new, Mr. Magoo?
Not
Remember,
much, bro. How about you?
remember those cartoons, Mr. Magoo?
Fuck yeah, I used to watch this shit all the time.
Oh dear. He's all blind.
So what's the latest, dude?
I don't know. One of my friends that I haven't seen, like, Jesus Christ, how many years has it been? Like in 25 years, hit me up on Facebook. He's like, dude, I gotta talk to you. You know
Dude,
what I
I'm
mean?
sure if you went 25 years on Facebook, you might be able to go another 25, right? Without it?
Yeah, I mean, but still, like, exactly, fucking Facebook.
I don't fuck with that shit. I tried it for a week, dude, and then I like read a bunch of stuff that people should have kept to themselves, and I was like, I'm good, dude.
Sure.
So what's up with Oakland, dude? You hear anything?
Anything new?
Yeah, I know that they took over the port not yesterday, the day before, and
Oh
then
yeah, all
yesterday there
that
was,
stuff.
yeah, dude.
Well,
I heard that
when
they were,
people start messing around with the term general strike, you know,
yeah. What?
that's one thing to call a general strike, but the real general strike that happened in the Bay Area was something else. You know, that was for 2 days till the
Right.
National Guard started beating people up. But that was a big deal when that really happened in the Depression.
Yeah.
Generally, when there's a real general strike in America, or anything that even approximates it, they start shooting people.
That's the thing I thought was weird is that like
General strike is in the same ballpark as counterfeiting money almost.
what did you think? Like, I mean, the unions didn't even fucking say nothing though. That's what's weird. I
The
would think that the
the
unions would
unions
have got pissed.
the union in Oakland, the dock workers union said that they
I
support
heard that.
in general, they
Right.
support the Occupy movement, but because of their contract, there's no way that they could be a part of a general strike.
Right.
See,
Yeah, fucking.
those guys make bank.
That's the thing. Like, I was just thinking though, you interrupt the longshoremen though, dude, and you're down to get your face beat in California,
No,
California
no,
usually.
those guys don't care about that for 1 day. That doesn't even fucking phase
Right.
them
Right.
for 1 day's work. That port's pretty busy with the
Yeah, but
Asians.
did you notice like there was a Twitter thing that went out that said like someone got ran over and shit, and then it
Well,
wasn't
I
like
have that video. I have that
yeah
video of the guy getting run
the
over.
one of them getting ran over.
Yeah.
Trip, dude. I just know like they said that he was all right. Like someone had said he died, but he is alive.
Yeah,
He's in the
RT News
hospital.
reported there was lots of rumors that he died, but he got munched for sure by
But
a
that's what's
mercy.
gonna cause this shit to go overboard.
No,
Like
it's
someone's
not.
gonna false alarm someone. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I've been saying for a long time. Like in a mob, like say like there's a massive protest and people are walking down the street. This is from my personal experience in a mass protest. The people that are walking just following whoever is walking. It's really in a mob. It's really hard to disassociate from any troublemaker, no matter what their motive is.
Right,
It
I
takes
agree.
one idiot to like do anything. You could just think of that's stupid, and then it's just guilt by association.
Well, that's what they're doing right now. I mean,
Well, that's the
realistically,
oldest
that's what's
trick in
going
the
on.
book. That's the oldest trick in the book.
Yeah, I hear you. It only takes one bad apple to fuck everything up.
Well, you can count on all that shit. But see, the one thing that like the one thing that a real leaderless movement has going for it is that the good press bad press thing doesn't even phase it, because like in the situation like this, it's like there ain't no way in hell they can create 50 million jobs in America, see,
It just ain't fucking
or in the
happening, man.
world. There's no way in hell with the globalism. There's no way in hell
No,
they
I
can
hear
create that
that,
many
bro.
jobs except for in a war situation.
Right. No, I hear
So
that. And that's why I think it's weird that
so
a bunch
that
of
that
educated
that
people would sit down.
the economy and the reality of that, it will constantly fuel the numbers probably. But then, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're at like a population problem, dude. I mean, we're at a fucking a
People say that,
population.
but you know what? There's a lot of bullshit involved with that too. You know, supposedly everybody in the planet, you know, if you think of like an Orange County house, you know, like you got your little yard in your house,
Right.
supposedly everybody on the planet could live in the state of Texas and have a yard.
I've
Seven
heard that. Actually, I've
seven
heard that.
billion people.
Yeah.
Your yard might be dirt, desert, partially, or in a swamp, but supposedly everybody on the planet could fit into Texas and have a
That's
yard. You
crazy.
can make it into one massive suburb, and everybody on the whole planet could live in Texas. That's what I've heard.
I don't think I'd want to be there though, bro.
California's kind of like that, not quite that big.
It's fucking
Tech,
crowded as fuck though.
Texas though, you know, takes a long fucking time to drive across that damn thing.
Dude, Texas is days, bro. Like fucking my last tour, I was in Texas for like a week, dude. I felt like I
Takes
was
like
never gonna get
24
the fuck out of
hours.
there.
Takes almost like 24 hours to drive across it or something. Maybe not that
You
big.
just
Is it 12 hours? It's pretty fucking big. It's like, yeah, it might be 24 hours because it's like 3 days to get from West Coast to East Coast driving full
yeah, I'll
speed.
usually when we go to Texas, like I'll usually go like through all the main cities before I fucking head out, you know.
Well, I
So
just remember my record driving really fast and not sleeping. I drove a car one time. I was pissed at Matt Hollywood. Uh, I drove from Austin to get back to LA to my house in 24 hours flat. Took me 24 hours flat.
fuck, dude, that's crazy. And
Yeah.
the quickest drive I
And I was
think I
going like
did was
90.
Utah. Like Utah to California, I made it in like 9 hours, I think, or something.
Now I
But it
drove
was
all the
like,
way in 24 hours from Austin to LA because I was pissed at Matt. I said, "Fuck you. You're a dick."
dude, those fucking tours, dude, can be a wreck on your mind, dude. You know?
Well, he wigged out and tried to jump through the window when we were playing the first time for the we were playing for AP or somebody at Texas A&M University, and he got all pissed. We were playing right in the middle of the song, and I noticed there was no bass, and then I kind of glanced over at my eye, and I saw the bathroom door across the room shut. And he had literally like just set down his bass right in the middle of playing Five Bucks Sue and went to the bathroom. And I was just like, what a fucking
Who the
dickhead.
fuck takes a piss in the middle of a show?
Well, it was free beer. So
Dude,
that's
that's when you
something
piss your pants then,
I
right?
know
Like
he
you keep
couldn't
playing,
resist. But I was just
you
like,
keep
fuck
playing and you
that.
piss your pants.
So he was so drunk he tried to kill himself by running with his bass. First he tried to attack me with the bass, and then we were upstairs, and there was this like two-story drop down to this bowling alley or whatever it is on Texas A&M. But he tried to smash through the window into the like dinner wise.
Right, right.
I don't have a fucking clue. It could
I've
be
been eating
anything.
I've been eating stew and sushi. Those have been my
That's
things I've
really
been
good.
eating.
Cup of sushi. Just add water.
Dude, I eat not the regular shit. I eat mostly crabs, so
Wow.
I'm a fan of the crustacean.
Hold on, I gotta take a real call.
All right.
I guess you better talk to everybody. Hello?
So listen here.
Hello?
So I switched to an e-cigarette
Yeah, you
because
did.
the other tobacco was killing me. Doesn't seem any better.
Tell everybody about it. And I'll go take this call.
All right. So this e-cigarette is a Mystic. Let's see if we can get that on there. But supposedly it does water vapor instead of smoke. And I got to be honest with you, it feels all right, but I don't think it's helping me. I still want to smoke a cigarette. Plus, it's weird to handle. It's like awkward to hold a heavy metal thing. It's just fucking hilarious, dude. They are water vapor, Astro. Tell us about your paintings. All right. Well, this is inspired by Frisky Dingo. I don't know if any of you guys saw that. It is a self-portrait after the skin falls off my face, right? This one.
I'm back.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry about
That was
that.
hilarious.
That was
I'm all talking.
hilarious. You held down the floor. You
I got no
held down the
problem,
floor.
dude.
I know. I had to take a
I
phone
should have had
call.
my potato peeler though. Then I could have entertained people properly.
I was talking to my wife.
Right on.
You know how it goes.
Yeah, I do. My wife's at work right now.
That's the way
doing
we
the
do it.
9 to 5.
Somebody's got to do it, right?
It ain't me, dude. I do the 9 to 9, 24 hours, whatever.
So you think people are going to attack Facebook tomorrow?
I didn't even know anything about that, bro. What's this attack Facebook thing?
We don't know. We don't know nothing about it.
I don't Facebook, dude. I don't fuck with that shit.
So you could give a rat's ass whether they attack it or they don't attack it.
I hope they do, bro. That way I don't hear my wife go, dude, did you hear
Oh,
from
come
Anton?
on. You want people attacking private property?
No, I'm fucking around. I just don't care about Facebook, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
fuck
so many
them.
times I've had people say, do you know what someone said on Facebook? And then
Yeah,
it's me,
fuck
it's like,
them.
I don't give a fuck.
Me neither. I just use it to tell people what we're doing.
That's the thing. It's for networking. I totally get that, but
Yeah, but it's not. That's not what it's for. See, that's a lie. See,
well, yeah, it's for marketing, technically.
no, it's for keeping tabs on everybody, but then it pays for itself through the marketing.
Right.
You know,
I wouldn't doubt it.
like
That's what I say.
like all those private airline companies that the CIA has. It's like they'll rent it out to JLo one day, then they'll take people to torture, drop them off the next day, and then they'll smuggle in cokes and sing guns down the other way.
Right. No, I hear you.
And then
man.
then they don't have to tell Congress nothing.
Well, that's the thing. Who the fuck needs a wiretap to read your Facebook?
Yeah.
That's why I don't fuck with that shit. Like, I ain't trying to give anyone any extra information. I mean, I already, like, last time we were talking about the FBI, I shouldn't even actually talk anything about that. Me and my wife were talking about, she's like, you can't mention that, dude. Like, it's actually kind of serious.
They can cyber blow me.
Yeah. I hear that, dude. They can fucking do whatever they do. I'm just a citizen, bro. What am I going to do?
Citizen Kane. Rosebud.
Citizen with an electric cigarette. Dude, these electric cigarettes are kind of garbage. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know. What's the point? That's like drinking alcohol-free alcohol.
Well, I'm just trying to fucking get off the cigarettes, bro. Those cigarettes, I cough too much. I have asthma. I ain't going to be lasting.
Yeah, I saw some picture today that would be good for Nani to make t-shirts of. I have it.
What was it?
What did I call it? Let me see what I called it. I'll put it up on the screen for a minute. Oh, where the hell did I put it?
I'd like to see a Dead TV Audio Visual Club t-shirt.
Yeah. But I downloaded this other one. I can't remember what I called it. Let me look and see if I can find it right here. Would it be under JPEGs? Would it be under... It could be under anything on the goddamn planet. previous 7 days. Maybe it's right here. Let me keep
A lot
looking
of
in here.
images.
Well, I grab a lot of stuff.
I noticed, man.
I'm always just checking things out. I think I called it suicide. Let me see if I can get it up here on the screen. Hey, Nani, are you watching? Let's see, import media. Suicide.
Yep, he's right.
Okay, let me see. Here it is. Let's see if I can do this. We don't know if I can do this. Oh, yes, I can. Nani, I was thinking that this would be a good t-shirt for you to make. I'd like to see this on a t-shirt at least.
Oh, that is good, dude. Who the fuck made that, dude? That shit is sick, dude.
I have the JPEG. I think it's from a Christian pamphlet.
Entitled Ways to Win.
I think a lot of people would wear that. That's why we should make it. You want to see it? Want to see it again, Nani? Here you go. I think it'd be a great t-shirt.
Dude, that shit is classy, dude.
Yeah. All kids killing themselves. So we got up here at
They're looking to look awesome on a record, too.
Yeah, the chick, one chick's swallowing pills. The one guy's hung himself. One guy's slashing his wrist, and the other girl's got a gun to her head, and they're all smiling, going home to Jesus.
That looks pleasant, dude.
Yeah, I liked it.
I wonder what year that was made, dude. That had to have been like, what, 60, 70?
I don't know.
It looks classic, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, I always like
classic propaganda.
Whenever I see something cool. Well, the cool thing about that, it's rock and roll. It would piss off your parents and the church and everything.
Yeah.
And all the decent people at the town. Wear that thing to court.
Wear it to court. That's fucking hilarious, dude.
Yeah, I kind of like that kind of stuff. I'm just going to turn on some lights in here. It's getting dark real quick. There we go. Ugh. That's better. We got some light.
A little light on the subject?
Yeah, I kind of like a little bit of light here and there.
I hear that, man.
I'm not trying to impress anybody, but so let's see. Some big news today. I guess Ireland got rid of their embassy in the Vatican. The Vatican's all pissed.
So the Irish people are breaking away from the Catholic Church? Or what?
They're just saying it's like not that important even though they're like one of the most solid, Ireland's like one of the most solid Catholic countries on earth. Of course, a lot of those Mexican and Hispanic countries are all Catholic, but Ireland supposedly is crazy, the amount of people that are like practicing. But they just said they don't have any money.
That's what I was gonna say. It's probably it's a financial issue. Probably.
Yeah. So they canned that and Iran's embassy is what I read today.
Dude, that Iran shit. Now that could get interesting.
Well, see, that's been in the works for a long time.
Oh, it's an endless struggle, bro. Until fucking, Israel is safe, or until Iran wipes Israel off, dude.
Well, there's multiple different things, levels to that.
Yeah, of course. There's a lot of levels to everything, for sure. But I mean,
but the main deal, supposedly, the Caspian Sea has the biggest oil reserves on the whole planet. It's what they call this like geological honeypot. Supposedly, the formation of the way it goes down, it's just like all the oil heads down, seeps into these like fissures. Supposedly it's just massive. That was the first place they commercially mined oil in the 1850s, was in Azerbaijan, right on an island right off the coast of Azerbaijan. There's so much oil that it just bubbled up, and that's where people that's where they got the idea of using that shit from.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so that's...
So you think it's all strategically based around the oil reserve?
Well, if you read the PNAC documents and the stuff, like these guys, all the big neocons, that was their big thing, is to take out Iran. And the weird thing is, like, Enron caused that big deal in California. Well, Enron got paid in India. They built 10 massive natural gas uh, electrical plants to supply India with all this
Right.
power, and they're still waiting on the pipeline. That's the only reason that they're in Afghanistan.
That's why they're building that pipeline. They skipped Pakistan, right? It's India and Afghanistan
Well,
where they're
yeah,
making
it
it
goes
together
right
now.
through Pakistan, but they're having big problems with keeping that thing open. That's the major
Well, they
reason.
said they were just gonna skip one of them,
Well,
right?
here's the thing: is so America trades all oil is traded in dollars. See,
Yeah.
so the concept is like Iran, Iraq had said this, Venezuela has said this, all these big oil producers supposedly, supposedly Saudi Arabia is running on like borrowed time as far as the big picture of oil because they pump so much of their shit. So, anyways, these other countries have all said they're not going to deal one by one. They're not going to deal in U.S. dollars anymore, and that's
We'd be fucked.
coincidentally the same time they get attacked by the USA. Every time that comes up. So anyway, um, the weird thing is, so then there's this outstanding debt to China, and the idea that they're got this burgeoning economy that they're really they lack oil. That's the one thing that they don't have.
Yeah. They
So
got plenty of
so
labor.
Iran built a pipeline straight through Pakistan, and supposedly that's done.
That's the one that I was reading about.
But the big issue beyond that is stopping that from happening, bypassing the USA altogether. The big issue is that simultaneously they were thinking about using all the natural gases from the steppes, from like the Kakistan and all that, Turkmenistan, all that shit going through. I guess that Afghanistan is like really key for that, supposedly.
Yeah. Well, because they were saying that
And that's why
they
Russia
were
that's why Russia was there in the first place.
supposed to get the oil, dude.
No, to
Yeah, for
use it
sure.
to make their
Oh, to get the sand.
pipelines. See,
But
they don't give a fuck about Afghanistan because those monkeys don't. I don't mean to call them monkeys. Those people don't even need the fucking natural gas. They don't need none of that shit. They're not
they're
concerned
not.
with that.
Yeah, they're not. What's it called? Industrialized as much. I
They're not.
understand.
They're not even concerned with any of that mumbo jumbo. But
Right.
if you look to the neighbors of Afghanistan, right, and the people in the neighborhood,
Everyone else is looking for it.
well, you have all the ports, whether it's
Right.
Pakistan or whatever. It's just like you can make a direct pipeline and then not even have to go around the Strait of Hormuz and all that shit. So whatever. There's like more than one reason,
Right.
and Israel and atomic weapons.
Yeah, that fucking warhead shit was like crazy yesterday. I was like, fuck, dude. Like now they're showing off. I mean, usually they don't show off things like that. Like I would think like that would just be a secret. You know what I mean? But I guess they're trying to.
Astro says that Afghanistan has no industry. Bullshit. Afghanistan has the largest opium production industry, period,
That's what they are all
on the
about, dude.
planet now.
Yeah.
Production is up big time.
That's yeah. As soon as we started pulling out a little bit, they were back to business, bro.
But so whatever. So anyways, low down on the list. I
Low
don't
down
know.
on the list.
Well, the world says that they don't need any more states, rogue states, with atomic weapons, which the world has a point there.
Right. I'm not saying that nuclear weapons are good.
No,
That's for sure.
the world has a point with that one. The other stuff is up to debate, kind of, because
Well,
they evidently, those everybody likes to push everybody else's buttons. But the CIA has a long history. The CIA assassinated the leader of Iran and then installed the Shah, and that guy got
yeah.
kicked out. And so they've been asking for it for a long time because
Well,
those guys didn't want to play ball with Anglo oil.
that's what.
That's the root of all of it.
Well, yeah, dude. If Iran controlled everything on that in that area, then fucking we would be left out in the dark. That's just how it
Iran
is.
isn't known for being the most expansionist of cultures. The Persians got their ass kicked by Alexander the Great, and that was about the end of their political expansionism.
Right? But I don't know if they're done. Doesn't mean they're done. Like I could imagine.
They're not really into that.
No, but I wouldn't. I could see them benefiting from us leaving Iraq, though. Totally. You know, at
Well,
least gaining a business partner at the very.
only because the most politically powerful bloc, if it boils down to some weird thing, see, there's the Baathists, and those are the same people as the Syrians, right? That's the Baath
Yeah.
party, and those guys are the Sunnis. They're Sunni Muslims. Then
Right.
if
And
you
then
go
you
down,
have Shias.
then you got the Shia, and those ones are the guys that align themselves with Iran because in Iran they also believe in Shia Islam,
Yeah.
which they believe that they are supposed to obey through the lineage of the Prophet Muhammad and not through the assumed caliphs who just said we're in control of Islam, which is what the Wahhabis and everybody are interested in.
Yeah, like the fundamentalist shit is all like.
Right. Well, they're both sides are fundamentalists. The Wahhabis are one type of crazy lunatics, and and the
Yeah.
Shia are another type of.
Yeah, the rigidity depends on the location. I mean, I got a buddy who's Dutch, but he's actually from Syria. He's a Syrian Orthodox, so he's like actually a Christian who had to leave and then go to
the
Holland.
Druze and all that shit.
Yeah, he was
There's all
telling me
kinds
all
of
about that shit the other day.
yeah, the brotherhoods. But
Yeah, he was.
the you know so the problem with the Iraq thing and the undue influence is a very powerful and motivated people that pilgrim to those sites, like in Fallujah and stuff. That's the site of a martyr. That whole city's built around one of these Shia martyr saints.
Oh, right.
So the problem with Iran is the whole 1/3 of the whole country, basically 1/3 almost, or whatever. See what I'm saying? Not a third, but a lot. Once you get down into Basra, once you get down on the coast, all those people are all Shias.
Right. So they're all feeling the same shit.
Well, it's a threat to the stability, supposedly, of Saudi Arabia because that band of Shia goes all the way across, and those are the guys they don't like. They don't like the true believers.
Right.
They like the people that are corrupted.
So they're not a fan of Stan Lee, huh?
What, you mean Spider-Man comics or some bullshit?
Well, no, you said true believers. That's what he always said. It's just something popped into my head, though.
I don't know. So yeah, but I mean, nobody can really. On the one hand, I mean, you could get on Iran's butt for supporting like Hamas and all these guys, right? For all these terrorist organizations or whatever. But you could also look up and see how many other people support terrorist organizations, and there's just depends on who you're talking to, evidently, because evidently
it's relative, dude, to what side you're on, right? I mean,
absolutely 100%.
If you're getting the lemonades, then you're going to make lemon. I mean, if you're getting the lemons, you're going to make lemonade, right?
All these fucking security apparatus people play around and fuck with people. Every single one of these countries. Every single one of them.
I don't doubt it at all, man.
Of course they do. Of course they do.
You have to.
They do it in Africa. They do it in Asia. They non-stop. I mean, the U.S. supporting the Hmong hill people in Laos and Cambodia. What do you think those guys were doing? They were dressed. They were enemy non-combatants. They were just dressed up like natives shooting Viet Cong people.
Dude, I know where they ended up.
But I mean, I mean, it's no big secret. Like that's been fucked. The French and Indian Wars. I mean, what do you think that was all about? Same fucking shit. I mean, it's just nonstop. Every single one of these countries, every single one of them.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, to me, war is natural in a sense. I guess. You know what I mean? Someone's always going to be fucking trying to get one over.
Sure. Well.
So.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, exactly, dude. You're gonna like you said, dude.
The kind
reality
of
knock. Put a coat on.
the kind of moves that are going on a geopolitical level these days, man, it all boils down to like who do you want to win? Because it's like you can't fucking vote. You don't even have any power to vote to get your government to do anything for the people's interests, anyways. Any of these countries,
Well, the
any of the Western countries, basically, you're not gonna you're not gonna change the foreign fucking policy,
I hear
basically.
that, but also on a level like I don't even think people are necessarily thinking that big because they're still trying to fucking think about their lives. You know, like I don't even think half the people understand what's going on in the world because they're so worried about themselves right now. You know, like yeah, people go, oh,
Yeah,
I
we
don't
live
like
on.
war and shit. That's
Yeah,
general.
it's pretty selfish. People are pretty fucking selfish, selfish little people. But it's kind of amazing. Like, I don't know, man. See, who knows? Like, if Americans really understood how many people are actually homeless in the country, do you think they would do something about it? Probably not.
I don't know, not really. Not, no, I don't
It
think so.
touches on this whole thing of fear because most people know that they're so close to being homeless. It's not even fucking funny.
Not even just that. It's just like someone people know like fucking all right, I'm all right on my thing, dude. If I fucking delineate from this path, dude, then I could be fucked, you know. I guess it's the same thing. They're one step away from being homeless.
Yeah,
I guess
but if
it's
you
the same thing.
really realize that, like, basically one good bank crash, like if MasterCard Visa just went down for good, man, they could turn the whole country into being homeless in like a minute.
Dude, I
The
think
whole
that shit's
fucking
pretty
country, basically.
well, it's the one thing though, I think from this whole crash that we learned, like a lot of people, like myself at least, like I don't use credit anymore, bro. I pay cash for everything, right? So if it
That's how they
crashed
do
now,
it.
I'm
That's how they
straight.
do it a lot in Germany.
Like I
Yep.
don't fuck with credit cards, dude. Like I went if I can't afford it, I don't buy it, dude. It's just how I am now.
That's a good habit to have. But a lot of
Like,
people
dude, I
don't
would.
have that luxury. A lot of people juggle shit
Well,
for a lot of
I mean,
reasons.
I save, dude. You know, I have to save. I make sacrifices, you know, choices, dude. My great grandpa taught me that shit when I was young. I didn't listen. All through my 20s, racked up debt,
Yeah,
and
but they
then
build
once
a
that
whole
shit
economy
fucking
off that
crashed,
stuff. They build a
what's
whole
that?
economy off of this weird kind of financial service industry shit.
Yeah, dude, debt and all that
A
shit
real
is
fake,
a
fucked
fucking
up
economy.
economy too.
Well, look, dude, if you thought of our debt as a credit card bill, dude, like that shit ain't never going down, bro, ever.
It's physically
That's,
impossible. It's physically
dude,
impossible for anyone to pay it back.
that's
And
why
the
it's funny.
weirdest
Is it's
thing,
like it,
all the fucking loans, every single thing is always predicated on the best case scenario.
of
It's
course,
so
of course.
fucked
If
up.
everything were to go right and line up and the
Absolutely.
stars align, dude, you'll be able to pay me back.
Ridiculous. All the loans to
Yeah,
Greece, everything. They're like, oh
yeah,
yeah, if we have this 1% growth, we're going to be okay. Oops, there's no growth.
yeah. But
It's
even
so,
like the Greece thing, like they're saying, oh, but it's a you know they're 100 billion in debt and it threatens the stability of the world. It's like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about?
yeah, but
What happened to the
all of
13
these
trillion?
wars, see, at a certain point, all these wars and all these financial wars and all this weird kind of shit going on, a lot of this stuff was kicked into play by the neocons under that everything, every single plan, right, is all based on
Right?
it. It's too big to ever quit. Everything
Well,
they're
yeah,
involved with is like, no, you can't just leave Afghanistan because guess what? This is too fucking big and gnarly. Just every
right.
single thing that you name is like that they're doing. They're like, nope, it's way too big. You can't even leave the euro. This is way too big of a mess.
Yeah, that shit with the German, I mean, with the Greece fucking guy, they're like, nah, dude, you ain't throwing that to a referendum. That ain't happening, bro. You're out of here.
It just shows you that there is no such thing as a Greece anymore. Right
Yeah,
there, when the
it's
president
the
can't
Eurozone.
even go. It's just amazing. The president can't even do that. They're like, nope, you can't do that. In fact,
Yeah, see, I got
we're gonna
excited.
get rid
I
of
was
you.
like, I was like, this guy's gonna throw a monkey wrench in. He's gonna fucking get Greece out of the euro, and they're gonna be like everyone else would be happy finally because like all the little
To
countries
me,
would
it's
be able to
bizarre.
kick out.
I really don't. I mean, I feel for those people, and I'm completely 100% against the this fucking man-made disaster. But 100%. It's such a fucking joke, man. Such a joke listening to people trying to explain what's going on in the world and how they fall back on such stupid little concepts, always, like the media does. But check this out. I get really offended when they start calling Germany Nazis over that situation, because I don't really feel as if Germany created this whole situation.
No,
I
dude,
think
it
Goldman
ain't.
Sachs did it.
Dude, this shit has been a long time coming, dude. Just from a lot of things. Like I feel like the countries where it's at record.
I personally believe that those German banks could just take the hit. I don't think France could survive it. France would be out of business. But I
No,
think,
Germany has that money right now.
well, I think that they would just roll with it. I don't think America can take the hit.
No, dude. Well, we're
I
gonna
mean,
have just
they
another wave
could,
of
but
homeless.
so I think it's total bullshit that they're going to make these other guys do it, regardless of
Yeah,
the fact it's not the people's fault that I don't know whatever. I just don't like them throwing around that word too much.
right. Well, they're trying to say basically.
They're fucked though. They're absolutely fucked. If you even knew, like every single person has to pay so much money right now. You have to pay
They're
extra
gonna
two
take like a
thousand five.
50% hit on their
No, no,
bonds,
no.
right?
Forget all that other stuff. Say like they fire everybody in the public sector, half of the population, every single person. Remove everybody's pension, every single pension, right? Tell everybody they got to work to be 70 years old, and guess what? Still, everybody gets billed 2,500 euros every year just through their electricity bill. Every single
Right.
person,
Oh, fuck, dude.
every single house and business. Wow, like doesn't matter if you don't have a job.
Yeah. But then what
Wow,
do you?
that's
I
part of
mean,
the austerity thing.
so how do they
Wow,
fucking
how
pay
do you
for
come
that
up
though?
with that
Like,
money? How do you come up
that's what
with
I'm
that
saying.
money?
Yeah.
They're like, fuck you, you cannot get out of it.
I think that's where we're at here though too. You know, like if they were saying like each citizen of America owns a shit ton of money technically with this
That's
whole
what
debt
people
thing.
don't understand. Is they can just defer it. What America just keeps doing every time they go, oh well, we're not going to authorize you to flip this bill over. They just keep fucking flipping it. They just keep flipping the bill. Anytime
Yeah.
they say so, they could just go, okay, everybody has to pay all this money right now. So amazing, man. They're gonna launch that one day. You're gonna wake up and they're gonna launch that on everybody for a
Yeah,
long time. For a
that'll be the
real
day that
long
people are
time.
really free.
When just from these banks alone, when they pass along that one, just from that
Right?
alone, what it's going to do is going to wipe out all the rich people, the nouveau riche. It's going to wipe them all out at once because they're all going to be down to the level of $225,000. That's all that's insured through a bank, and the bank is going to
Correct.
go. We can completely crash. Our debts just completely all the big four. So then on top of that, what it's going to be is like it's going to be the total GDP. That's all the money that's made. So like I make $1 and I pay 50 cents to the plumber. That's all that money that he makes, and when he spends that 50 cents at the store, that's all that money. All the money on earth for 10 years.
Yeah.
That's just Bank
No,
of America's exposure.
that's what I've heard, dude. And that's why I think they're looking for the.
Wow, that's a lot of bread. That's 10
It's a
years of
shit
no
ton,
money.
dude. Uh,
And where
now
they
the whole thing.
there's no jobs in the world that they can create where they just go, oh, we'll just tax you for this. It's like 10
Yeah.
years right there, no money. Just when those banks go.
It's not possible. That's why I think like America is looking for a good way to default on that shit. All they need to do is have China do something that America
Well,
doesn't agree with.
the best way
You
to
know what I'm saying?
default on that is to take over the world.
Well, if you merge currencies, yeah, for
Right.
sure.
That's the best way.
Yeah, well, the better way though would be like fuck you and isolationist, dude. Like, we're not paying you, China. Now you're acting like the old school China. You know what I mean? I
Well,
can see that happening. You got the money over there, like how they inflate and deflate it.
if they think that they're gonna go atomic over any of these battles, then look for that to happen in the winter.
Yeah, I can't see them going atomic, but I could see them
No,
fucking
but
trying to
look
do
for
the
that to happen.
financial.
Look for that kind of fight to happen in the wintertime.
It wouldn't be nice in the summertime, that's for
It's
sure.
easier to clean up. It's easier to clean up radioactive fallout if it's all snow.
Yeah, because it keeps it
Because you
what's
could
it
just
called in the
scoop
same
that
place,
shit
right?
up. You could just scoop that shit right off the roads. Say don't go over here. You could fucking just scoop all that shit up. See if it's just a
No.
top layer of snow. You could just scoop all that shit up.
Oh fuck, dude.
If
I don't even
if
want to.
it's like an ash cloud.
I'm not a big fan of nuclear fucking fallout.
And the snow, all that snow and stuff would just knock it right to the ground anyways. It wouldn't even travel the same distance. So look for that. Look for like
So
some
when
kind of
you try to
atomic holocaust to happen
say
in the
when you get in the
wintertime.
ground, interesting.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, man. Like we were talking about the nuclear shit last time, dude. Fucking, I got some money in a nuclear plant, so
Yeah, yeah. Well, what did
I'm
you
good
think
with
about
nuclear.
Germany disconnecting all those?
I know. I thought it was pretty interesting,
Well,
dude.
they're going to, they say.
Yeah. Well, this one that I'm invested in might not even get off the ground, dude. Like this shit's investigated by the SEC right now, so we'll see what's up.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah. I don't care. I just want some energy. If
Energy.
I can get paid.
You know how to say energy in Italian?
No. How do you say that?
Energia.
Energia. There we go.
Sounds better, doesn't it?
It does, dude. A lot of things sound better than other languages, dude.
Energia.
I like fucking Dutch. Uh, so fucking, what else is on the agenda? Just dinner?
Well, I think my wife's going to go out with her friends. I support that. I mean, I'm
Nice.
all for that
Yeah, yeah.
because they like to have fun.
Yeah, dude. I know, like,
And I
my
only like
wife
to
is
I only like to go out to dinner sometimes, and I don't really enjoy it that much.
right.
Sort of a
Yeah, I like.
fuddy-duddy.
I eat out every meal almost, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
See, I personally enjoy cooking and stuff, but I haven't even been doing that so much. I need to do that a little bit more, but
Like 2 weeks ago, I was big on the stew. I saw that stew, and I was like, you know what, dude? I need some stew. I started doing some barbecue, some stew, some crock
yeah,
pot magic.
I should have made a stew tonight, but I'm not gonna make it just for me.
Yeah, I like the crock pot magic, dude.
Yeah, I haven't whipped out the crock pot, but that's gonna be happening
You
soon.
can do a lot of shit with that, bro. You can do a lot of stuff with a
They're
crock
so
pot, man.
good, man. You can really just like throw some stuff in there and then have it when you're ready. Like start
Exactly.
when you wake up, you know, and then eat it
Yep.
when you're later in the day. Just put on low or whatever.
Yep. That's my favorite thing. Like 5 hours, I'll come back and I got something, right? I love that shit. What's this?
What else? What else is going on in the world? Should we look?
Sure. See what's
Okay.
going on, man.
Okay. Let's
Provide
see.
some commentary for Dead TV, right?
We'll just see. Maybe if I move this over here, let me see if that works in this corner. Yeah, it's
What's
still
going on
working.
with
Looks
current
like.
events?
Okay. Now I can. I think you're still on the TV. Are you?
Yeah, I can see myself, I think.
Okay. Well, I'll
I'll
tell
look
you
on my
what.
end.
It
I'll
says
look on the right side.
the market's been taking the crap again.
Yeah, that's
So whatever they're doing, it looks like it's skipping back up. It must have went down pretty far a little while ago. Not that far. It's down about 150 anyways, 144.
it's fucking. Yesterday I went
All
dirty.
the
I
king's
know.
horses and all the king's men can't really. They're talking a lot about this mask, this Guy Fawkes masks.
They're starting to get worried. I
Okay.
know they made a big deal about in Oakland. They were like, some of these people were covering their faces.
Yeah. Well,
That was pretty
the police
hilarious,
do
dude.
that. The police do
That's
that
what.
too.
What do you think these kids were gonna do, dude? You thought they were all gonna roll out like the old style, dude? It's new times, man. They got a new deal, right? Not sure what they're on about, but they're kids.
See, there was a disinformation campaign going on that saying that Anonymous wasn't gonna attack Facebook, but it says on Google that they are.
I thought they were supposed to do that like a while back, dude.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of disinformation, but I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't really care.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Like you said, it is like attacking someone's business, bro, someone's private property
Well,
or whatever. You know.
yeah, it's a real tangled up mess, but yeah, I'm not so into that.
just don't give people an excuse to point the finger at you. You know, that's the main thing. I think if these kids could actually pull all this stuff off without actually having any violence or any of that shit, or any destruction or vandalism,
Well,
to an extent, you know,
well,
that
there's
would
a big
show that
problem. There's a
it
big problem in
shows
the
something.
world. There's a big problem in the world. Uh, See, there's a lot of fucking retards that act like abused children, and they just identify with what they perceive as the biggest force just for the fuck of it. And that's what's behind jingoism. Like, a lot of people will root for even crap policies of America or whatever, and you name the country, just because they're completely powerless. They have nothing to gain from it, and they could actually be hurt by something, but they're going to go ahead and support it to the death because they perceive it, they're told that it's the biggest thing or whatever, and they want to be a winner. So they,
Right.
by identifying with something, they can be a winner. A lot of people don't go, wow, this thing, like if it's America or whatever you want to talk about, we'll just say America. A lot of people don't look at it as like this work in progress that you constantly need to interact with and do and create a new environment. See, there's a whole group of people. You got all these fucking monkeys that are like 1776, baby. It's like what the founders wanted. Well, there was a lot of things, like it's supposed to be more progressive than that. See, ideally, your society should be progressive. You shouldn't be going, yeah, we want to return to an agrarian society that has slaves or something. 1776, baby, all the way. So, I mean, somewhere in between that, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's always
Like,
this,
well, I understand that. Yeah, for sure.
there's always this bullshit about like, oh, the good old days of the 50s and all. Well, it could be anything, right? You just pick it up. Well,
Mm.
there was some good things about the 50s probably.
Yeah, nostalgia is
People used to
nostalgia.
make more money, see, but most people don't understand like what money even is. They don't even fucking think about it. Basically, they don't realize that they're making so much less money now. Even though
Right.
it seems like they're getting more of it, it's not even close. Inflation is just like eats that up. So, for instance, like if you watch some old 1930s movie and you realize that the rent was $6 to live in Manhattan, in your walk up, you're like, wow, fucking $6. But you don't even realize like, well, now you're making all this money, except like it's just the
Everything just
inflation
costs
eats
more.
that fucking shit up.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah, like I don't know. Like the thing about the progressivism though is like progressive in America has become kind of twisted up, dude. You know,
It's
like
completely bizarre with the Tea Party people, man, and all that kind of other stuff. Like Sarah Palin going, fuck the Occupy people. They should be fucking supporting the Tea Party instead."
well,
So
I
bad,
mean,
a bunch of fat people screaming.
I
Fuck them.
just think like I mean, who took away smoking in California, bro? Do you remember?
Well, yeah, I know the whole story. The story about smoking in California started in Berkeley by the mayor, and the weirdest thing about that chick was she took on the tobacco industry and all their lobbyists and changed those laws to ban it in Berkeley. And you know what? She smokes still.
I know, but that's the thing to me,
So
man. Like, who the
weird.
fuck
So
is
weird.
gonna tell me
She
what the
just
fuck? That's why
started
I
smoking
abandoned those
again.
left, dude. Just on that alone, dude.
Well, the big deal about California was George Bush's buddies Enron fucking bought up all the fucking grid and then put down all the put what a bunch of criminals. They completely like scheduled maintenance all at once for the power supply and then like fucking blacked out California and then signed them up to like bankrupted the state like in a week
Dude, that
by
shit was
selling them
quick,
back
dude.
their own power through the grid. Just
Dude, the
absolutely
accountants
amazing.
on
They're
that
like
shit were fucking idiots.
those guys, man. Enron. Ugh,
Dude, see, like my wife is an accountant, and she worked for the biggest company at that time, and they
horrible
took on some of
people.
those accountants. So I got to hear some of those stories, some
They
of those
only knew
Enron
about that
stories.
shit because the one chick that was an accountant just fucking tattletaled on them.
Yeah, dude, I've gotten to hear some of those.
Epic criminality.
Fuck yeah.
Institutionalized criminality.
A good old
So
boy.
bad.
Yeah, Enron was
I'm
crazy.
not gonna miss any of these people really. They should all go.
That's the thing. Like, there's we got that two-party fucking political system, and I'm a conservative and a fucking liberal person in my life, you know?
You know what? A lot of the two-party political system, it just doesn't. I don't even
I think,
see it. I don't even see it, man. I mean, I can remember a couple elections ago. I don't believe there is such a thing as a presidential election anymore. Seems like mumbo jumbo to me.
I don't know. I voted for the first time last time.
I just think they fucking just do it and they let people pretend they vote. The electoral college and all that shit.
Right.
It's just fucking make believe, man.
Well, that's what they tell you. The electrical college can do
They
whatever
might
the
as
fuck
well
they
be
want,
playing
right?
with GI Joe versus Cobra, you know?
Dude, terrorism is like GI Joe and Cobra now.
Of course it is.
You got fucking
They're
people
even
going on.
the emergency It's so funny because in the UK, their emergency tactical group, you know, like the meeting, it's called Cobra. It's so weird. But the Cobra's the bad guy in GI Joe. But here it is, like the UK government. We've called Cobra into force. They call their whole thing Cobra.
I thought like the first time I saw like one of those terrorist videos, like Osama bin Laden or something, I was like, fuck, it's like Cobra.
Yeah, I don't even care what it is, really.
And she's
All right, should we listen to music? God, we've been talking forever, huh?
we have been,
One
bro.
whole
Good
hour.
talking.
That's okay. We'll go back to music, okay?
All right, good talking.
All right, take care.
Yeah,
I
enjoy
hope I
the
didn't
weekend.
piss anybody off. We were just talking,
Yeah,
just
just
visiting,
visiting, right?
just visiting. Bye. Bye.
All right, later on, bro.